Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from. Are you in the United States? What country are you from? What state are you from? If you're in the United States, let me know in the comments. But I just wanted to hop on quickly. So I'm technically on sabbatical right now, preparing for my TED Talk. I'm not very good at taking breaks, I guess, but preparing for my TED Talk, prepping for trip to London coming up for that talk. So got some stuff going on, but all good things, right? But I want to keep you updated on this journey because I think that is just so important. This is possible for you too. And maybe some of you are watching this video and have never even thought about something like a TED Talk or writing a book or any of those number of accomplishments. Maybe it's delivering a keynote speech or a presentation or creating something, that one thing that you have been thinking about for a long time, but maybe you're a little scared to do it. Maybe there's some trepidation there. Your life opens up when you start doing uncomfortable things. So we hear people talk about this all of the time, right? Step outside of your comfort zone. It's almost like a broken record at this point, but it is so true. When you start to do those things that are uncomfortable for you, as long as they're things that lead to growth, that challenge you to do something that, maybe you once thought you couldn't do, start paying attention to those things. And in fact, write a note to yourself every time you think about something like, oh gosh, I could never do that. That scares me. Things that scare you. Start writing down those things that scare you. And then the ones that really lead to growth. And and I know public speaking is one of those things. It's absolutely proven, right? People with very good presenting skills, people that can deliver presentations, pitches, talks, speeches, etc., have, generally speaking, higher success, right? How important are presentation skills and speaking in business? They're everything, right? It can mean the difference between you staying a manager or you becoming a C suite member, your presentation skills. It could mean the difference between being a very successful entrepreneur and not a very successful entrepreneur. So this presentation skills, not a lot of people have it though. It's one of the biggest fears that people have, are speaking publicly, right? This is a well-known fact. I think for the majority of people, they fear public speaking more than death, which is crazy, right? If you think about it. One kills you, absolutely. The other does not. So think about how rational that is, right? But yet, even though this is a fear for many people and can lead to growth, people don't pursue it. And ultimately, it holds them back in their careers, the amount of money they're able to make and earn, right? It holds them back in their lives. And if it's something like this for you, like this was for me, I was once terrified of speaking in public. I would have dreaded being on video at one point in time. I would have dreaded certainly a live show at one point in time, a spontaneous one at that. Certainly would have dreaded standing on stage. There was a point in my career that I was afraid to speak up on a Zoom call. Okay, so if that resonates with you and you're watching this and you are currently going through something like that, just know that it is absolutely possible to go from it being your biggest fear to actually a point of strength. Once you overcome big fear like that, is there really anything you can't accomplish? The answer is no. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to, and it's all a mindset game. But guess what? There is no elevator button to this success. This is something that you can't skirt around. It's not something that can be done quickly. It shouldn't be done quickly. This is a experience of growth. This is a experience of self-discovery and self-actualization and the realization of one's purpose. So don't feel like you have to rush this process at all and go from I don't know how to speak, that scares me, to oh my god, I'm going to speak on stage. Start slow. One of the best ways, honestly, I know a lot of people who join Toastmasters. That wasn't for me. I've never done Toastmasters. It works for some, not for others. For me, podcasting this type of live scenario was the best, most effective way to really get me out of my shell, so to speak, and give me the presentation skills that I needed in order to go to that next step, which was speaking on stage. So I started right here, just like this. And it wasn't that long ago. We're talking less than 2 years ago. I started doing videos. That helped, pardon me, helped get me out of my shell and give me that confidence boost that I needed to go to then that next level, right? And you just keep doing these gradually larger things and activities and keep putting in the reps too. The other thing about, building confidence, especially like stage confidence, is that you have to put in a lot of reps. This is not something that is an overnight success at all. Like I'm telling you, you have to put in the reps. And you can only do that through practicing and through rehearsing. For this TEDx talk that I have coming up, guess what? By the time it's all said and done, I will have probably practiced and rehearsed close to 145 times. 145 times. Just imagine you're not good at something at all. Let's just say you're not good at something. And then you do it 145 consecutive times over the span of about 3, 4, 5 months. Well, you're going to be really good by the time you're done, as long as you keep refining, keep fine tuning, and keep honing in on making it better each time. And you can only do that through repetition. So it's not something that can happen very quickly. This is something that takes time, especially if it's your biggest fear, especially if it's something you've put off your whole life, right? You've learned to be adverse to such an activity your entire life. So it takes some warming up to it. But I promise you that it is absolutely possible for you to do this with enough repetition. You will gain that confidence, gain that self belief so that you can go on to that next bigger step. But make sure while you're going through this journey that you have that next bigger step as a goal in mind already. So that when you go and keep leveling up little bit by little bit, you continue to gain momentum and you have an idea of what's coming next. This helps set you up for the long game that it takes to get you onto that next big thing and that next big thing after that. So I hope that was helpful. But I just wanted to, like I said, pop on very quickly today, do a little live because I felt inspired and I wanted to share that inspiration with you as well. Public speaking, if this is a goal that you have, if you want to speak and present yourself better at work during presentations, maybe you were trying to get a board seat, maybe you're trying to become a C suite member, an executive member, but your presentation skills, your confidence is lacking. Don't waste any more time. The amount of money that you could be making, the amount of success that you could be making, everything. It depends on the level of self-belief that you have and how effectively you can present your ideas and concepts to other people. Think about it. This is not something to be taken lightly. So, honestly, if anybody's out there watching that this is a goal that they have, that maybe they want to speak on stage, maybe they want to be a conference speaker or a keynote speaker or present on the TEDx stage, become a real thought leader, a global one. then the best way to start doing that is by putting in the reps every single day and then continue to believe in yourself, believe in your message, keep your vibration really, really high, and put in the work, put in the activity, and keep that momentum going by continuing to establish larger and larger goals for yourself so that ultimately you can progress to that next level. So, whatever your goals are as far as speaking or presenting, just know that they are absolutely within your grasp, within your reach, and are attainable for you in less than a year's time, I would say. But it requires a different you, a different version of you than you are now. So, if you can make that commitment, that mental commitment, you're one step closer to becoming a very highly paid professional speaker that ultimately can change the world with your message. I hope this inspired you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Take care.